Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to another episode of TimeShot. So today, we have a couple of things to do while we're continuing to build our hospital, although really, the more I build the hospital, the more I realize that I should probably get my friends to help with it, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Making it beautiful is so hard, I'm so bad at beautiful things. Apparently we have a cemetery now of Sky Pig Bob, who's been killed 3 times apparently. I don't know. Either way, I wanted to, before we did anything else with the hospital and stuff, first of all, I would like to go to sleep, because I don't want to deal with creepers and stuff like that. I'm gonna go sleep in the turtle hut. Thank you, Code, for providing us with your turtle hut. But after we wake up, I want to go check out Poet's big tower thing, because I know that it's there, I know that it's awesome, but I don't think I've ever been inside of it. His tower is here. It's a nice little path providing a way up. And he has a giant P flag, and the flag looks awesome. I think that's my favorite part of this, actually, is the flag. Oh, and there's red glass in the walkway. It's so beautiful, God. I wish I could build. I wish I could build. Why are these here? Oh, to stop people from falling down? Alright. Yeah. I know why those are there. I got it. So is this gonna open up into, like, an awesome room or something, Poet? What? How far is it? I feel there are a lot of steps here. Oh my gosh. Okay, now it's finally starting to branch out and open up, but apparently there's not a room, per se. In here, it looks like... Oh, we're at the top. Alright, so there is a room here. Interesting. Oh, it's so beautiful. Let's watch the world spawn in. Oh, there's Cow Island. Oh, and there's a creeper. There's a creeper down there in the dirt, if you didn't notice. Huh. Alright then. Very nice, Poet. Is there anything interesting? No. Alright, I like it. I wish I could build something like it, but I can't, so oh well. So let us go over to the hospital. I have a couple of things I would like to ask you before we just start talking about random nonsense. So I was thinking, would you guys like me to start a Final Fantasy XIV character and record his progress throughout the game? Would you like a series for Final Fantasy XIV? Now, I could do that, but I don't know if my subscribers generally enjoy games that are MMOs, first of all, if they're online. Like, I know you guys like Minecraft content that's online, because you guys love Minecraft, but Final Fantasy XIV would be a little bit different. A little bit different, to say the least. It would be quite different. So, I don't know if you guys are into Final Fantasy. I especially don't know if you're into online games. Of course, there is the possibility that you guys may accidentally see, like, some bad words in the chat or something like that. Because, you know, people will be people, but I'll keep the language filter on for you guys if we do a series. I don't know, I realized that although I haven't been recording playing some Final Fantasy XIV in my off time, I could be sharing it with you guys if you guys might enjoy that. I don't know. Just let me know how you feel down below in the comments. I guess I'll talk about this in a Minecraft Dinosaurs video as well, since, you know, 5,000 something people actually watch. That's like 1/8 of my viewers. If I could get 5,300 people to watch every single one of my videos when I made it, my life would be grand and amazing. But, that doesn't happen. So, I'll probably have to make a Minecraft Dinosaurs video where I talk about it too, since some people only watch those videos. So, we shall see. See how people feel. I was also given a copy of Space Engineer, so we can do a series on that, or at least 1 or 2 recordings on that, see if you guys enjoyed or not. It's not really fleshed out yet, the game. I played some Space Engineer, and it's not as full as I would like it to be for a series, but maybe we can just fool around for like 4 episodes or something like that. Maybe, we'll see. So now that conversation is over, welcome back to the hospital. I've not done anything on it since the last time we talked. So we shall see. How do I get on this thing? Alright, so I was thinking that first of all, what I should do would be just to continue up the walls, to build the walls this high, and then I wanted to look around the walls and maybe Go ahead and fill this in, because why not? Maybe after doing the walls up to here, maybe put in some stuff, some beautiful things into the wall. Maybe put in some lines or some designs using the wool and the blue stained glass. Why did I place that? I'm making more blue stained glass, actually. I ran out of glass, as you guys know. It's over in our home, so it's being made as we speak. I really need to check out some, like, design tutorials on buildings, how to make them all fancy and stuff. So, for random rambling today, now that, we've completed the whole Final Fantasy XIV discussion, let me know, guys, below in the comments what you think of that. I would like to talk about a topic very dear to my heart, other than Mars colonization. Maybe like one of the topics most dear to my heart would be the idea of a computer or AI singularity. For those of you who may not be familiar with this, if you saw the movie Transcendence, that's sort of what we're talking about. The idea that at some point in the future, artificial intelligence or computers will become smarter than humans, or maybe even if not smarter than humans, they would at least be able to rewrite their own code and make their own hardware in order to upgrade themselves and to make them smarter than humans eventually, at which point we will have a greater than human intelligence on the planet capable of continuously improving itself, which would lead, some believe, to a utopia of a perfect civilization where computers take care of all of the crazy stuff and do lots of research and make the world better. Whereas other people seem to think that a computer becoming more intelligent than a human, like real intelligent, just not like faster at computating numbers and stuff like that, but actually intelligent, capable of understanding concepts and abstracts and things like that. Maybe even have feelings. Some people see that as a threat to the existence of humanity. They see that sort of as a thing that should be illegal to try to do. It should be like AI research needs to be defunded and stuff like that. That's what those people think. And personally, I don't disagree with them. I don't agree with them either, but I think that artificial intelligence is something that needs to be watched and kept in consideration when, you're starting to design something that could possibly one day take over the planet. I think that caution is needed, but I don't think fear is necessary. Caution and fear are two very different things. And as you guys know, I've always encouraged you to take your study seriously and to be an intelligent person and study and stuff like that. I think that one of the main reasons that people are afraid of new technology and afraid of intelligence in general is because the idea of something that you don't understand is just scary, and I understand that feeling. However, I don't think that we should really be afraid of artificial intelligence or things like that. We should be afraid of humans misusing it, maybe, or possibly afraid of humans making a mistake when building it, thus causing the eventual downfall of the human race. But I don't think that we should fear it as a concept. So, we'll get into this. I saw the movie Transcendence, right? The movie Transcendence is a film about an AI programmer who was making great strides in the field of artificial intelligence when an anti-tech, anti-AI terrorist group attacked him, shot him with a bullet, and killed him. The bullet was, I don't know, radioactive or something? It doesn't make any sense as to why a radioactive bullet would kill you. More so than a normal bullet. The reason that people die when they're shot with bullets is because, trauma and their organs being destroyed and stuff like that. Radiation poisoning, actually not very common way to die for anyone, even people who work with radiation. Radiation sickness is not really that big of a deal. We can take care of it, actually. It's not a huge problem. How do I do the roof on this? I'm very confused. Is this even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? Is this 9 by 9? let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Huh. Okay, so maybe this is 9 by 9. If that is the case, then this part right here, I can build into a dome. I just need to, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, maybe I can't do that. I get the feeling that this is not actually a perfect sphere. So, maybe a dome would not work as well as I envision it. Maybe I can try anyway. Maybe if we put a smaller dome on top of it and then just... Yeah, maybe if we did that, maybe that would work. I don't know. Let's first fool around with the top. Let's see. See if this looks weird. If this looks weird, then we're gonna have to make it one higher. Is this okay? This looks pretty okay. I think this would be okay for the height for the roof. I think 4? Yeah, 4 seems like a decent number so you're not claustrophobic and freaking out when you're inside of the building. Although, if there is a dome, you would think you would want to see up into the dome, right? And I can't build a dome without actually trying. So let's go ahead and go grab our glass while we continue to talk about the movie Transcendence. But yeah, so this computer AI programmer, he ends up getting shot and he ends up dying. But before he dies, he thinks that it would be a great idea, or his friends think that it would be a great idea for them to try to basically upload his computer into his brain, his mind into a computer. Now, I would like to point out that they do not do this. If you guys haven't seen Transcendence, by the way, you know, leave now because I'm going to spoil the entire movie plot up to maybe the halfway point. First of all, I would like to say that the way that they do it in the movie is not actually uploading someone's consciousness into a computer. They make a copy of his consciousness, which is completely a program. He died. He absolutely died. There's no reason to think that anything else happened other than him dying, alright? They took a lot of readings and a lot of graphs and stuff from his brain, and then they used that to build an AI around his brain. In the movie, they did this with a monkey, and they said that the monkey was basically they were simulating a monkey brain, and because they were simulating a monkey brain, they considered it to be intelligent and alive since they were simulating it perfectly. But it's not actually a monkey; it's still a simulation. So there's a whole philosophical argument as to whether or not simulations, whether they really are things, or whether it's just a copy that thinks it's the real thing, that has memories of it being uploaded even though it wasn't really. But we're not here to have that philosophical discussion because it's a dumb discussion to have. It's not a person, needless to say. So, they said that the monkey, when they made it, all it did was scream all the time because monkeys freak out about not being in a monkey body, I guess. So, but whatever. The point is that they do this in the movie, successfully moving a person's scans of their brain into a computer to have it simulate a human's mind. So they do that, and he immediately goes about doing all sorts of awesome stuff and improving the world and making the world awesome and stuff like that. However, he sort of networks people together. He makes them into like nanobot human hybrids, and they use the nanobots to network themselves together so that they can act either as individuals or as parts of a single consciousness, as a single mind, as a single organism, sort of like ants, although technically ants are separate. They act as a single organism. They're a colonial organism in a way. Which is very cool in my personal opinion, but whatever. So he does that, and he also makes humans, like, really strong, and gives them, like, super sight and stuff like that. He cures a blind person of their blindness. And the anti-tech, anti-AI organization, they take this very seriously. They get very upset about this, and they see it as him building an army to take over the world. And here's the thing, right? It's true that he could have, I suppose, used the people to build an army, but in the movie it's pretty clear that he wasn't. It was just, making people strong and healthy, and them using their strength then to continue working on stuff. And they never hurt anyone. The only people who were killed in the movie were killed by humans, not by the human nanobot cyborg people. He never actually harms anyone in the entire film, so it's very clear that he's not hurting anyone. He never forcefully made anyone part of the nanobot horde. Everyone did it willingly and wanted to become a member of their colonial thing. So he never actually violates anyone's rights, unless you consider, like, allowing people to become a single consciousness as being, like, something that invades people's rights. He did check out, like, the heart rate and blood pressure of his wife. Oh, no, get away. Get away from my stuff, creeper. Get away. Yeah, that's right, come into the water. Come into the water, creeper. And she gets upset about that because she thinks that somehow her pulse is her private information that no one else should have access to. That was painful, but expected. I can't say that her views are really justified, and I think she's being illogical, and technically I guess it was part of the script, so it's not like she's a real person who thinks that, but I can see some people being upset by, a computer being able to tell your general emotional state by checking out your pulse and your vital signs, but I think that anyone that a doctor would know by putting a stethoscope to your heart, I think knowing that I don't think that information is private information, so I don't really... It's not like he was selling it to advertisers on the internet or something like that. I think that using that information to generally tell if you're upset or hungry or whatever would be a pretty cool thing for a computer to do, and I don't think that a computer knowing something is a violation of privacy, because computers aren't judging you. A computer is a tool, and AI, regardless of how intelligent they become, they're still going to be AI. It's not like they purposefully are going to go out and, like, try to invade your privacy and then, like, laugh at you because they're dismissing you or something like that. Further intelligent than... AI of further intelligence than humans are not probably going to give a crap about such things, because emotions like that are generally illogical. So, unless we, like, really screw up when we make AI, like, I cannot imagine an AI ever being sadistic. But that's just me. I mean, maybe AIs will end up being just as flawed and as terrible as humans are, in which case, like, we're really screwed. But, that should be good for now. Let's see, that's 4 wide? Sure. But yeah, so that happens in the movie, and that was interesting, I suppose. And basically the movie comes down to the idea that, I mean, in the end, it becomes obvious, at least to people who actually paid attention, it becomes obvious that the bad guys in the movie were the humans. They were afraid, they were xenophobic, they were paranoid, and they killed people when the computer stuffins did not. So I think the movie does a decent job of showing who the real bad guys are, but some people are not so observant, and some people probably misunderstood that. But in general, I would like to ask you guys how you feel about the idea of Transcendence or the Singularity, the idea that at some point... Oh god, I'm gonna die. The idea of super intelligent computers, the idea of... Specifically, I wanted to talk about the idea of human beings being connected via nanobots to a sort of network that allows humans to interface with one another in a way similar to the internet, but in a far more total, a far more deep way, actually becoming a single consciousness. I want to know how you guys feel about that, because I realize that this being TimeShot, this is the place where I get to talk about random nonsense while I build, but... Oh god, Creeper, why? No, go away. Please don't come in. Please don't, no. Oh god. I'm gonna die because I don't regen my health fast enough. I'm gonna go home. I don't have any armor. Is this... Do I have armor? Am I even wearing any armor? I am. I'm wearing armor and I'm still getting the crap beat out of me. Jeez. Regen. Darn you. Oh. Building a hospital is very dangerous. But, yeah, so the idea of networking with other humans to form a single consciousness, there's really no way that I could know what that's like, how it feels to suddenly not only know, but to understand exactly how another person has felt, all of their sorrows, all of their fears, all of their love and happiness, all of their experiences and their dreams, to know all of those things about another person. If you've read books where such things happen, like I read a story once where, an extraterrestrial intelligence that basically acted as God in a story, that extraterrestrial intelligence said that it came about as the result of the melding of the minds of an entire species that had, like, become like a galactic faring species that, had basically taken over its own galaxy, and then eventually they became one consciousness via technology. And the way that that was described is something that I imagine it being sort of like a euphoric experience where suddenly your mind is opened to a ridiculous number of possibilities and feelings and things that you never could have imagined before. Because really, how well do we know how other people feel? How well can we really understand other people if we don't become them? But, is this gonna line up? I don't even know. 3... One, two, three, 4, so I'm gonna do one more, and then there's gonna be 4 in the middle here. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Will this be okay? Yeah, I think this will be fine. But I don't know. Do you guys think that becoming a single species consciousness, if we were somehow able to take all of the minds of all of the humans on Earth and make ourselves into one being, do you think that that would be a good idea, a scary idea, an interesting idea? What do you think? I personally think that it's eventually going to be our destiny as an intelligent species. I think that although individuality is incredibly important and totally awesome, I think that by becoming a single entity, a species would be able to somehow ascend. Now, Transcendence, of course, like, sort of plays this idea, but I don't know. Personally, I'm not religious, but as you guys know, I have no problem with people who are, and I think that the idea of a species becoming a single organism, a single creature, would probably be like the closest thing to a spiritual transcendence. Sort of like, if such a being did exist, despite me not really liking the word God, I think I could see it being like a deity. How about that? I would probably call such a being a deity, regardless of the fact that it may even exist as the result of natural consequences rather than the supernatural. I think I could get behind calling that a deity of some sort. Is this the design that I want? Bunch of small windows. Sure, why not? Let's see. This is the middle one, right? So I could make smallish rooms here. Each one of these could be an individual room. That's what I'm gonna do. Each one of these is going to be a room. Yeah, I totally know what I'm doing now. This is gonna be great. I don't have enough wool to do, like, tons of... Oh, I do, actually. Never mind. Although, this recording is getting a little long. We're probably gonna go for, like, 5 more minutes. But, this room wouldn't exactly work out very well because of the windows, the corner rooms. What to do about these? Maybe... I don't know, let's just put out the walls and then we'll figure it out later. Wait a second. Oh yeah, we can just do a double wall here since there are 2 here. But yeah, personally, if I had the choice, if we had the technology right now, I would absolutely find another person in the world, probably on the internet, since you can find anyone on the internet. I would find someone on the internet who was awesome and I trusted. Sort of, imagine how you would find, like, your wife. Imagine someone that you would get married to, and someone that I would feel comfortable becoming a single entity with. And I would totally do it. Because even if I were worried about some of the characteristics of the person, even if I were worried that they're not exactly like me, after we became one, after we fused, and we became one being, one creature, I think I would immediately come to understand them and understand why they were the way they were. So it wouldn't actually be as frightening as, say, taking a person that you hate and then becoming one with them and then, like, hating yourself or something like that. I think one of the advantages of melding with people would be that despite the fact that we're different, despite the fact that maybe I don't even like them, I would then understand them intrinsically because I would understand myself. But then again, humans aren't exactly capable of understanding themselves very well either, so maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know. We obviously can't do this, so it's sort of up for grabs whether or not it would, well, what would happen if we were able to do it, but I in general have a positive feeling. I think that the AI Singularity is something that we should be wary of, and we should try to attempt to make it happen, but at the same time stay very cautious and try to build safeguards into it so it doesn't, like, try to destroy us, or can't be, taken by those who would wish to do us harm and try to control us, such as particular governments in the world I think would love to have an AI system that they could use to, basically control their population. North Korea comes to mind, since I live in South Korea, but yeah. I'm not liking the way that this is looking at the moment. Maybe we shouldn't put doors on them. Maybe if they don't have doors, maybe it'll be okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is questionable. Yeah, the corner rooms may be, like, completely screwed up. I don't know. We'll see. But 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I did it because the wall is out there, so this corner area is not really useful for much anyway. The window would show the wall. Oh. Man, I have no idea. I don't really like this being here though. Maybe, you know how some hospitals have, like, lines along the walls? Maybe if I do that, maybe that would give it a bit of color. I don't want the entire thing to be white, though. Yeah? I like that. I like that a lot. I think that that looks nice, and it gives it a little bit of color. I don't know if I would like it for the outside walls, but I think the inside walls would definitely be improved by such a thing. Yeah, let's go for that. Alright, and I realize that today's discussion, if you guys stayed and listened to the whole thing, is probably sort of a strange discussion since you may not talk about the advent of strong AI very often in your lives. But nonetheless, it's something to think about, and as you guys know, we've always had sort of an intellectual leaning here on Megneous Gaming, so if you guys would like to talk to me about it, I will be checking the comments and reading how you guys feel. Maybe we'll talk about it in a future episode, but for now, we're all out of time, so thank you so much everyone for watching. My name is Megneous, and I will see you next time.